So apparently a movie that came out back in 2025 in February has been going off recently on the internet, and a lot of people have been hating on this movie really badly. I don't know what this movie is about. I didn't know it came out in 2025, and honestly this is something I would never watch, but apparently it's just got this random resurgence. The movie I'm talking about is called Lesbian Space Princess. Now, I don't know whose bright idea to name a movie that, but I decided to get all bored one day, and since I'm working on other videos right now and it's taking me a while to finish them, I decided to be like, let me do something a little bit light today and just watch this movie, because could it really be that bad? Surely it's not that bad as a lot of people have been claiming it, right? I mean, sure, it has the same exact art style as every other raunchy comedy cartoon that's coming out in recent time, sure, but I feel like, I want to give it a chance. Maybe it might not be so bad, right?
1 hour later.
No. Who greenlit this garbage? Today is a day when I question why someone would greenlight something like this in the first place. Why is something like this put on the forefront? Why was this created? Who gave money for this to exist? I honestly do not know. And in fact, I did a little bit of looking into it, searching some of the articles that came out when the movie came out, and it's all positive. Rotten Tomatoes, 98%. I do not get it. I don't believe this. Someone really decided to sit down, talk to a bunch of people, got pitched this idea, and decided to say, you know what, I feel like our resources can go towards this movie and yield a very positive result in the grand scheme. It's going to be something that's going to be great for the humanity, for great entertainment. The world is going to fawn over this entire movie, and now I understand why a lot of people are hating on this movie all of a sudden in 2026. So for those who are not going to watch the movie, and I implore you not to watch it, it's about this girl who is a, surprise, lesbian princess. And the whole story starts with her being in love with her girlfriend. I chose not to remember her girlfriend's name because I frankly do not care enough. And her having this profound love for this girlfriend. But unfortunately, the girlfriend decides to break up with her because she finds her very boring. Because the main character is this shut-in character who's super nervous and not adventurous, but she found a girlfriend who is a complete opposite from her, and she thought she found the one for her, but she broke up with her because she thought she was too boring. Now, the whole plot of the movie is that the ex-girlfriend got kidnapped by a bunch of antagonists called the Straight White Malians. And I am not joking, that is what they are called. The Straight White Malians. And now the main character's main goal is just to go and save her ex-girlfriend from being captured by going to different places and collecting some objects and then going to go save her. Now, of course, this is supposed to be a comedy, so I'm expecting a lot of hoots and hollers and laughs throughout this entire thing. I have barely chuckled this entire movie, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I'll spoil this right now. I literally have not finished it, and I refuse to finish it. I got to exactly the 1 hour mark, further than probably the most average soul has ever watched this film that got to this point. If you got past the hour mark, you are a saint. Either you cannot see that this movie is complete hot garbage, or you have a stronger will than I do. The thing is about this movie, it literally is trying to make jokes about a bunch of female parts. Like the main planet that the main character is from is called, I don't even think I can pronounce the name of the planet. I don't know. I don't want to say it because it sounds kind of off, but it's relating to that female body part that is, notoriously not found by their male lovers, and starts with the letter C. But this literal movie takes every opportunity at many points in the story to just bring up just female genitalia on a regular basis, and also at the same time making fun of people who might be considered the equivalent of alpha male characters, but making them only supposed to be, the equivalent of white males, because the whole point of the antagonist is that they kidnap the girl and they're supposed to be building this machine called a chick magnet. Because they want to actually get girls. They want to decide to reproduce and get a lot of girlfriends, but they can't physically do that. They are supposed to be people who are obsessed with Reddit and are unaware of how to actually talk to women and are super nervous, and they can't understand or grasp the idea of talking to a woman in any capacity. And the whole point of this entire film, in fact, and what's so goofy about this film is that they're trying to lead into this idea that this main character is so obsessed with this ex-girlfriend. You know, she's so gung-ho over her because when she gets kidnapped, she decides to drop everything to go save her, hoping that she'll get back together with her lesbian girlfriend. But then, of course, closer to the end of the movie, because I skipped through it because I could not bear to actually continue watching that garbage any further, she of course decides to not get back with her. The girl gets saved and she decides to say, look, just because you saved me, don't get me wrong, I'm like happy that you saved me, but I'm not in love with you no more. We ain't gonna get back together. And of course the main girlfriend has like a mental breakdown because she goes through this in the entirety of the movie, because she has this mental crisis of her fighting against her anxiety, against her deep feelings of darkness and whatever as she's going through it. And then of course she decides to learn her worth as a character and just activate her alien lesbian princess powers and gains a tiara on the top of her head. Oh yeah, and since she is some kind of alien chick, she can spawn a battle axe because she is, you know, more confident in herself. Don't know how that works, don't really care. Oh, and I didn't mention it up to this point. There's a third character in this movie where she literally could have just ended the entire story. She meets this character called Willow. I only remember her name because that's probably the most simplest name that I can remember the entire show. And literally, she was a person that was on a planet that she accidentally crash landed on. She becomes friends with her, and eventually she kind of develops a little bit of a relationship with her as she's going to go save her ex-girlfriend.
I have a huge crush on you.
Wait, did I say that out loud?
Yes.
It's just...
Oh, no, don't you.
Oh, Syra, I've got a crush on you. Oh, Syra, I've got a crush, it's true. And it's on you.
Fuck!
But she ends up rejecting that same girl because she decided to go deep into those emotions, realizing she's thinking about this ex-girlfriend, about to abandon this actually valuable relationship. I don't know if she comes back in the movie at some point in time, and I don't really care. This literal movie got money. Keep that in mind. This movie got money to actually exist on whatever streaming platform that it's on. It literally got to live and thrive, and people were probably willing to pay for it. All I know is that this movie deserves to burn, and in fact, whoever decided to write and bring this movie into fruition and put it into existence for any of us to watch in the first place needs to never work in any form of writing whatsoever. This movie's garbage. Beyond absolute horrendous garbage, and I cannot believe that I decided to sit here and watch it just because I'm just seeing memes on the internet. People are just clowning this movie on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube, trying to say that, oh, this is probably one of the worst movies to ever exist, and everyone is teaming up to fight against the movie. I don't understand. The movie's been out since 2025. Why are people jumping on it now? Why did people hate on it when it was releasing? But you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. At least the hate is justified now. And in fact, let the hate supreme. Let it be eviscerated. Send it to the gallows. And if you ever see me upload a video like this again where I decide to watch a movie just because of the memes, please leave it in the comments and remind me that, hey brother, remember the one time where you watched lesbian space princesses on purpose because of the memes? Remind yourself of that pain, because if you decide to watch another movie because of the memes, you will refill the pain and rage that you're feeling now. I can't stand myself sometimes. The curiosity was too strong. For those who actually watched the movie, leave a comment below. Let me know what you feel about the movie. Leave a like on the video like this if you like videos just like this. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. I have more videos coming out this week and next week. It's your boy Kadukun. I'll see you guys next time. In peace. Have mercy, bro.
FMA, handle business, don't play. On point when it comes to the anime. Jack and Daxter, ayy, let's go. The ultimate heroes, don't stop, we on the road. Kadukun. Kadukun.
Yeah, welcome to the channel.